friends. When life throws you things you can't control, do your makeup. You guys, we have the biggest flood in our yard. It literally looks like a pond. Backstory. Let's get ready. Ophir has a big sale going on right now, and they have 3 new blushes that have just dropped. They are the cheek tone. It's 20% off with the code SUMMER. I feel like today has just been like of so many things that just have not gone the way they're supposed to. And I can't control what has happened, but I can control how I look and how I feel about my day. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so little backstory. We had a shower, outdoor shower, that's just like a little nozzle that sticks out of a wall. It wasn't working. It's not worked since we bought the house. It's near the pool. We live near a beach. Sometimes you come in sandy. It would be great if that worked because we could rinse the sand off before kids get in the pool. So we had people working on that while we were out of town. They got it going. Perfect. That side of the house you really can't see from inside the house. So really didn't pick up on it until we've been out of town. We've been traveling. The people here at our house didn't notice. We actually had a friend stop by for something, and she mentioned some water, but sometimes our neighbor's laundry runs out to that area, and so we're like, oh, it's just our neighbor's laundry. Okay, that was like 2 weeks ago. Anyways, last night, my sweet little neighbor Josie, she's 88 years old, and she has been saving bananas for me. She called me Saturday. I was still out of town, but she noticed we were back, so she banged on the fence, which is how she gets our attention, and she was like, I have you some bananas and some mangoes. So I was like, okay, I'll walk over, and I normally get it over the fence. We talk. When I walked over, I stood in like this much standing water. It was like a pond. And I was like, hang on, Josie, let me walk around. Rinsed my feet off in the pool and walked around, got the stuff, came back in, told Adam, like, hey, there's like a lot of water. I was like, maybe it's rain. I was like, no, like a lot. We go to look at where we keep our Christmas trees, open the door, water just comes out. There is just so much water. It looks like you have put a water hose in a closet and just left it going, spewing. So anyways, we got the water turned off. They're working on it now. Praise the Lord. Somebody is able to come out here today. It'll all be fine. But there's just been like that, and then like multiple other things today. How has your day been? Drop it below. Has anyone else had a day where like, they say it comes in threes? If that's the case, I'm at like 33, so I should be good. Good morning. Okay, share this video, comment, share below. We're gonna do our makeup. So sometimes when we can't alter like what is going on in our lives, when we can't change what all is happening, I do think if you feel good, feel like you look good, you at least feel put together on the outside, somehow it helps you. So power of makeup. Almost out of primer. On positive, had Josie not offered to give me bananas, which I just find to be the sweetest thing, I got her some soap from France and took it over. And anyways, I just was like, it could have been another, who knows? I don't know, a week before I found it. I'm not sure, but while they were here, we have where our dishwasher is, we noticed a different leak, and there's like a dangly plug-in where the dishwasher plugs into and where water has. So they're actually fixing that as well, and we didn't know about that. And so maybe it was just to save us from like, do you ever wonder like, why do certain things happen? And I was in the shower, and I was like, God, like, I just feel like I can't get to break. Like, there's been so many things lately, like every single day. And then I was like, what if it was to protect us? Like, what if it was to notice something else? What if it was to, so I'm just trying to have a good positive mindset. Or sometimes just things happen. They just do. So dewy primer. It is this good. It is this good that you will cut the end of it off and scoop it out with your fingers. It is, their primer changes the way your makeup sits on your face. So after my little cry sesh this morning, I'm gonna let this dry. I like to let it dry for like a second or two, minute, probably about a minute. So after my cry sesh this morning, I self-tanned because I was like, well, I know that makes me happy. And it's like, I'm gonna get ready with my friends. So that's what we're doing. Beautiful You has a deal going on for 35% off site-wide if you use my code Courtney Swan and a subscription. So that's a really good deal. I am gonna mix Trimfit with some electrolytes. I use about half a packet of this because it's pretty powerful in flavor, and that's just my taste preference, what I like. And then later I'll use the other half of the packet. You could use all of it. I just like it's a lemon lime. It tastes like a key lime. There's actually like a lot of it in here, and I just like the way it tastes. Add about half. Mix with Trimfit. Okay, it's bad, but it could be worse. Yes, it could be worse. We are healthy. We are happy. Adam's stepmom is in town. We're gonna go eat dinner with her tonight. My son has been in Tennessee for what feels like 40 years. It's been like 5 weeks. He's been with his grandma. So he's coming down with grandma, with Adam's actual mom, and my sister's daughter later in the week. It's all gonna be great. This is just how my day started. So in case you're like, is she gonna come on today? I'm going to. I'm here. I told you I'd be back, and I am. Just I'm back to real life. Vacation is officially over. But that's okay. I do believe everything happens for a reason. Don't always know what those reasons are, but I do believe in that. And I believe God can make miracles out of messes, and everything's gonna be okay. Okay, so we're going in with Ophir's foundation. I think I might go for a walk in my neighborhood with the baby before her nap. If your mental health is ever feeling fragile, walking, I used to only work out and walk and do things because sometimes I even did it to like punish myself. Like, you've gained so much weight, you need to be in the gym. Like, you should be doing this. And now I had a shift a while back of moving my body because this fuels my body. It gives me endorphins. It makes me feel better. If I don't lose any weight ever, I'm getting stronger. I'm getting healthier. And that shift really changed how I looked at working out. I don't dread working out. Sometimes I don't want to do it. I'm not always motivated, but I'm like, I'm doing this because it's good for me and it's good for my mood. So this is what I can control today. I can control getting me ready. I can control something I love doing is trying a new product. That's really fun for me. I can control this. I can control that I go on a walk. So I'm just gonna pull it together. Okay, I broke this on vacation. I've obviously gotten over a year's worth out of this. I dropped things about 400 times in their life, so honestly shocked I didn't break it sooner, but it hasn't busted, so I'm gonna still use it. But this is Ophir's darkest shade of bronzer, and it is really good. Going here, just right at like, I have the biggest zit ever, right at the, it honestly feels as big as this cartilage, but I'm gonna contour just right there. I'm gonna go under my jawline. If you're intimidated to contour, don't be. Take a fluffy brush and you really can't go wrong. kind of make the shape of an E. So for Ophir, if you're needing some new makeup, if you use the code SUMMER, you save 20% off site-wide. Oh no. Mindy, I will definitely say a prayer for you. I'm so sorry. We all go through hard things. That's definitely harder than what I'm going through right now with just busted water. It'll put things in perspective. We all have stuff we're going through. The girls came in and Lexi goes, "Where are you going?" And I was like, "I'm going nowhere. I'm getting myself out of this stained up t-shirt because I just want to like be in a better mood." So I was like, "I'm just getting ready, but I'm going nowhere." And I was like, maybe I should go to the ocean, like just go and sit at the beach. She was like, "Mom, you're turning into Moana. Every time you get stressed out, you just want to run to the ocean." So I am turning into Moana. Like the ocean is calling me every day. It's like, can I pop over and just breathe some salty air and take a deep breath? Just call me Moana, because I never knew. I wouldn't even consider myself like an ocean person. I don't really get in often. I just like to go and sit like in my car with my window down, and normally I will eat beans and rice from KFC or a coleslaw or like a salad or whatever. But have we planned our next trip to Paris? Buffy, I think I'm Paris out. Paris with kids was different than Paris with on my own. The girls really wanted to go. We did like Disney, but we were in Paris when it was 104 degrees. And I want to go to Alaska. Like, I want to go to the Arctic. The next trip I'm planning is the Swiss Alps or something. Like, it is hot where I live, and it was hot where we vacation. And I was like, what was I thinking? I did not know that it would be like a once in a lifetime heat wave that happened. But I think I am probably not going to Paris for a while because it was hot, it was busy, it was crowded. This experience is a little different than my last Paris. Last time it was like 2 days of just sheer bliss. Adam and I, no kids. We just were like sightseeing, and you know, if it was like took you 2 hours and 40 minutes to get your meal, you didn't care because you're just like, this is amazing. When you have a 3-year-old and a 13-year-old and a 10-year-old who are like over it, it's not quite this. I had a great time, but did it, checked it off the list. So maybe for like a 20th anniversary, we'll go back. It wasn't that as bad, but here lately we've been getting some interesting, "You know, my love, believe me, I'm very fond of you." So weird when people do messages like that. Okay, let's try these. Have a good base face going. Also, we don't have a lot on our face right now. So if you've ever wondered like how to step up your makeup game, I have said this for probably 10 years now. A good base, and then anything extra is a bonus. So if you have a good primer, great foundation, some bronzer. Anything extra is great. But if your foundation and your makeup looks like cakey, icky, but you have a fabulous expensive eyeshadow palette, like I would notice people like really splurging on an eyeshadow palette, but using a $3 drugstore makeup that doesn't match or doesn't stay on all day, you know? Like certain things like that, probably $12 now because everything is expensive, but oh, I love this style. Okay. Can't wait to try these. This is incredibly creamy. Okay, this one is watermelon, pink apple. Oh, I blocked them, it's fine. I just tried it to be a little comical. Okay, pink apple, which I feel like looks a lot like the watermelon. Maybe a little redder. I don't know if I can tell the difference actually. Let's do these a little, like, not rubbed in so we can tell the tones. Okay. There we go. Okay, so I am leaning towards one of these two for today's outfit. Let's do pink apple. And some sort of a little fluffy brush. Okay, so this is pink apple on this side. And since I'm not really going anywhere today, I can actually show you the other one too. I'm excited to be back and talk with you guys. Yes, I am. I am so excited actually. It just feels like more normal. My day has been hectic, but it just feels like my normal routine. Also, I'm sure my husband will be glad because I kind of looked like really, I didn't do a lot of videos, so I didn't really get ready. So I'm sure he'll be like, oh, she can get ready again. Okay, so this one was pink apple, which is beautiful. And now we're gonna try watermelon on this side. Okay, so the code is SUMMER to get 20% off. Oh, these are like dewy. I think you could get either and you would be totally happy. This one has a little bit more of a pink tone. They look, honestly, to me, I feel like these look very, very, very similar. This one just, the watermelon has like a little bit more red and the pink apple has like a little bit more pink. How cute is that? Okay, so once I've done this, I'm going to put on setting powder because you always want to do powder last if you're doing a cream. So I'm not going to actually try and get it like on my cheeks, but I am going to go under my eyes. I'm going to go around my nose, and their setting powder just helps with like any sort of sweaty looking areas on my face. Can they be used on lips too? I think we should find out. I think we should definitely try them. It might be in my head, but I'm going to make them match because I don't know if I can tell for sure, but this is watermelon. I'm just adding to the top of both of these. I feel like the watermelon really matches this outfit. You could also take and do like the tiniest bit right on the bridge of your nose where kind of just look like sun-kissed. I think it's really cute. Okay. This one's watermelon. This almost looks like French lipstick. Have you seen that? How great is that on your lips? that's fabulous. At first I thought it was gonna be kind of like too dark. Let's go in, now that we're just playing. Going with this darker, Raisin is the name of it. What if we did like a little raisin where you contour? It's like a little ombre. Love that. It's not like a brown, it's more of a plum, but to use it just to contour right where your cheekbone is. That's kind of fabulous. Okay, where's my foundation brush? Right on top of where your bronzer. It almost makes you look like you have a shadow. Does anyone see that? Very deep, great shadow. That's okay. So Raisin right underneath where your blush is really great, and you could probably even put it like brighter to darker if you wanted it here, but I'm loving it just concentrated like right here. Okay, going in with Raisin on my eyelids. I love multi-use products if I'm gonna spend money on them. So personally, one of my favorite things to do when I get anything is like, how can I use it? How does it work for me like practically? And how can I get the most uses out of it? Putting the tiniest bit for right under my eye. So just like adding extra shade, shadows, tones, I think that's really fun. Makeup is so fun, and it gives you kind of a disconnect from reality sometimes. I don't know if you ever feel this way. I've enjoyed playing in makeup since I was like Veda's age. But being creative and playing in makeup, I think is so fun. I also love that with like styling outfits or decorating or purging. Like, it's just a good way to just be like, I'm just going to, Raisin gave me a dimple, yes. Thank you, Raisin. It really is a great color. And again, just playing with it to see how I like it, where I want it. Okay, let's go in with mascara. You could also do like a lip liner if you want this lip color to look a little different, but personally I feel like this is actually fabulous. It is like a no makeup kind of look. I feel like when your hair is fixed, everything looks better, and my hair isn't. We might do that together today. Okay, I have been using lash serum, so by Barboletta. I put the link in the description of the video, or you can drop the word me or go to CourtneySwan.com. But my lashes are getting super long. These were a new release from Ophir, and they're great. They're fabulous. They're cheek tones. It's a vitamin C blush stick is what it's called. So, but you can save 20% if you use the code SUMMER. I used all three. I just couldn't help myself. I almost feel like I could use Raisin. Raisin is like a good color. I almost feel like I could use it to add that warm tone. I'm just gonna play with this is why I do certain things and just like play with it until you see how you like it. It is not a brown, although I'd be happy if they launched a brown as well. But it has like this really beautiful tone that isn't harsh. It's just like really lovely. And I think it looks so pretty over your contour. Like you can really tell the difference here. It's just adding some like warmth to my face without it being peach, without it being, it's truly like a beautiful plum color. I don't think anyone would look at you and be like, you have this on, necessarily. Like, it's subtle, but you can tell a difference. Okay, the all natural GLP-1 I've been taking, I don't have it in here, it's in my bathroom, but it's called Make Lean, and you can find it at CourtneySwan.com or drop the word me. Got mascara on. I'm down about 20 pounds. So it's a peptide, and it just helps your body produce its own like GLP-1, but peptides help with like burning that visceral fat. So that's what the color that was the pinkest, I think, is that pink apple. Okay, who thinks they would like these cheek tones? Anybody? Drop a heart if you're liking how they look on. Which one's your favorite? I honestly feel like I'm really loving Raisin. I'm also loving the pink. With that watermelon tone, they're just really great. If I was gonna get 2 and not 3, I would probably do watermelon and Raisin. I feel more motivated when my makeup is done too. I just feel like not quite as much of a hot mess. And when things feel kind of like spiraling out of control, this is something I can control. I can control, and sometimes it can only take, 5 minutes to do your makeup. You don't have to do like a huge full face. You could literally just do something really tiny. You're gonna get all of them on your lunch break, Buffy. They're so pretty on. Lexi has to get her braces off at the end of the summer. And I mean, I'm happy with how my skin is, but I haven't done Botox in a long time. Anybody do it? I use Pomifera skincare. I love how my skin looks in general, but I'm feeling like lately I have just noticed this little whatever that's genetic wrinkle. I feel it coming in. So if I take her home, I think I'm gonna try Botox on my forehead again. It has been over a year since I've had any, so like I have full movement, full everything. Any other people, do you guys get Botox? If I get it, I'll let you know. I think it's important if you sell skincare, that if you do get something like Botox, I think you should at least share that you get it. There's a lot of people who get Botox and still wash their face. And so, but I've always been, I just jabbed that right into, I'm gonna have to let that dry. Ooh, self-tan makeup in a good book. Makes you feel better, yes. So I'm back to doing no sugar since we got back in town. I did gelato a couple of times while we were in France, but that's really the only sugar I had. I didn't do sodas or anything. And, oh, I did eat a dessert on the airplane. I was just desperate. It wasn't even great. I just was hungry. And it was like a cottage cheese lemon dessert, a waste of sugar. But I'm going back to, I'm not gonna do keto. This time I'm going to allow myself to have fruit like some natural sugar, not a crazy amount, but if I'm craving a banana, I'm gonna eat a banana and some peanut butter. I just feel like your body needs things like that. Working on like more balanced dieting. But I take TrimFit every day, normally with greens, or recently they introduced like an electrolyte, and I'm trying to get more sodium in my diet. I'm also eating a pickle or olives every day or something pickled to try and get me some extra sodium in my diet. And so I do TrimFit, and then I take the Make Lean. So I've lost over 100 pounds. I had lost over 125 and then kind of moved across the country and probably was a little stressed. I have no idea. I gained a little bit of weight back, but that happens to the best of us. And I have lost 20 of the like 35 pounds I gained back. So I don't know where that puts me currently on what people would consider how much, but I know you believe in aging naturally. I think that's so good. I've been embracing it. I really have been. It's just this one little guy. So I might get like 10 units, just enough that this guy doesn't get deep on me. Probably won't get it anywhere. I might not even, Adam might be the one taking her back, and if so, then you'll just notice that. Just need to use my jellyfish wand and really get in there like morning and night, maybe help that. Oh, getting blood work done to check for POTS. You will be shocked at how, if you learn about it and you have those symptoms, you'll be like, holy cow, how have I never heard of this? So we're just gonna run a flat iron through our hair really, really quick. Nothing crazy. If we're doing this, we're doing it. Oh bother, I know. I could not say anything, but I feel like I would rather just tell you if I get it, and I think I'm gonna get it. I think I'm planning to get a little bit there. Just a little. One of the most annoying things that bothers me is if you do get Botox but you don't talk about it. Like you just say, this is great. I do think the skincare I use is fabulous and it has totally changed my skin, but I also am honest, like if I got Botox within a certain amount of time, like here I got Botox then. So that's what I'm thinking. Okay, so a friend of mine, I was telling her about some of my symptoms, I guess is what you'd call it. And I'll show you this outfit while our thing heats up. So this is from Abercrombie. And again, we talked about this last week, but my scalp hasn't changed like a ton. But this, when I first got it, was like really tight and clingy right here. It's not super clingy now. I'm just like really paying attention to how I'm feeling, what food is like good for fueling my body. Because when I'm weighing or my weight changes and I am trying to do really well, I think I get really frustrated. And so that's not good for my mental health. So instead I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna do everything I know how to do to be the healthiest version of me. And if my scale varies, it just varies. But at least I know I was doing what I was supposed to. But for as long as I can remember, I have struggled with like heat, like overheating, getting too hot, like my blood pressure kind of changing dramatically, or getting like dizzy when I stand up, getting dizzy while working out, my heart rate getting really, really high really quickly, especially if I try cardio, like a few things. I have had to have IVs because I've had like what I thought was a heat stroke, but I don't think it is. So I think I have a condition called POTS. I need to go get tested for it, but every single symptom, literally every single one, I have it. So one day I will go get tested, but basically there's not a cure for it. But things you can do is, so to me, I'm like, if I think I have all the symptoms, there's no cure. It's not like a medicine I could go on or anything. So I'm just gonna try and do like what I would probably be told to do anyways, which is like increase your sodium, eat a pickle every day or something high sodium, add electrolytes and salt into your diet. If you feel like you're about to pass out, eat salt, and things like that. So that's what I'm trying. But I found it really interesting, and I'm like, also if you feel like kind of all the blood, like sometimes my legs get so heavy or my limbs get so heavy, or even drying my hair, like you've probably noticed on videos, like I'll even like do this because my arms just get so, like your outer extremities get so heavy. And so you can like put your legs up so the blood kind of comes back more towards your heart. There's just stuff, things like that. So, oh, Ruth, you're extremely anemic. Now the doctor is running more blood work to see if he can find out the reason why this happened in such a period of time. I would be curious. So I have always had low iron, like anemia. It's been really bad after I've had kids or after I've had surgery. Iron-rich foods like spinach and meat, lots of like red meat, that helps. But really high dose of like iron from your doctor. That is, I have a prescription for it. I just haven't really taken it like I should. But anyways, it's just hard being a grown-up. But that will make you feel really icky. And if you've had like rough cycles, like really heavy cycles, that can also do it to you. So sometimes I could get my iron up and then have a really bad cycle, and then all of a sudden it's like really low again. But we are all such complex humans. Here we go. So Launch has their Black Friday and July sale going on. So if you need any hair care, any tools, this tool is their titanium flat iron, and it really does do a great job at like making everything so nice and smooth. Melissa, your endocrinologist just made you go on an estrogen patch and progesterone, and it has made a world of a difference. I don't have an endocrinologist here. I really need to just find one. Just suck it up, because I kind of just let my health kind of like removed, and just don't know exactly, you know, you're just like, okay, it's hard to like get in with new doctors and things like that. So that's a great reminder to me to like, you can complain that you feel tired and awful and all these things, but I haven't been doing a great job getting all my blood work done the way I should, but work on it. Okay. I feel like Cleopatra with my hair this short and when it's straight like this. I thoroughly enjoy it. I really like the sharp line. It is a slightly, not much, just like the slightest bit longer in the front than it is in the back. I hope the guys went to lunch that were working on the plumbing. I hope they get this fixed. It is so much water. Like the side of our house is just like a pond, like just sitting water. So I hope they fix that today. If you're looking to add extra shine to your hair, there is a product called the 7-Second Miracle. You like, oh, I can show it to you, hang on. Well, it's in my bathroom. I don't know if the service gets spotty, but it's in like a little, looks like a old-fashioned ketchup bottle. It's black, but has a little tip on it. So you take the tip off and you're gonna like hot sauce it onto your hair, and it will make your hair so shiny. Do that like 1 to 2 times a week after you've shampooed and conditioned your hair, and you will be shocked at how it seals your hair and how super shiny it is. So also helps with frizz, and but that has made the biggest difference on my hair. I also chopped off all the dead. So if you feel like your ends are stringy, your hair is feeling like not so healthy, it feels thin, all these things, I know it's intimidating to cut your hair. Not everybody wants a short haircut, but my hair now feels very thick and it looks really healthy. Whereas before it was longer, but my ends had been like cut into for extensions and they just weren't as healthy. My hair wasn't as shiny. And so cut it all your dead off. Go to a hairdresser who is really good at haircuts, and then use that 7-second like miracle. And all you have to do is put it on your hair, and you only leave it on for 7 seconds. Anybody can do 7 seconds. So yes, the 7-second miracle, it really is. It's a terrific product, but it's on sale for the up to 70% off Black Friday and July sale. So you can either go to CourtneySwan.com and click launch, or you can drop the word me below. I can send it to your inbox, anything like that. But that's a really good product too if you're wanting your hair to be like extra shiny. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but I haven't always had like really shiny, healthy looking hair, and so it really is a miracle. I feel like my hair could like literally look like a commercial. So that's my #1 product from launch right now. So anyways, hope you guys have the best day. Thanks for hanging out with me. I know I was like kind of a little overwhelmed when we got started, but I really do have fun getting ready with you. So I love being friends with you and hanging out, and thanks for like being with me even on like the icky days, or the days that are just like a little harder than others, where like life is a little more overwhelming. So I try and be like positive most of the time when I come on, and some days just feel like a little like a million things are just kind of coming at you. But I really am so grateful for you, and I had so much fun showing these new little products, and just a great way to like take my mind off of what's going on in real life and a little bit of an escape to get ready with you guys. So I love you. I hope you have the best day. If you have questions about anything, you can send me a message, and I'm back from vacation, that's for sure. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.